it started out like this. I'm gonna go from the start of the day. Me and all of my homeboys, I was I was like 3 hours away from my house. I was in Vidalia, Georgia with my buddy Chandler, his girl, or no, she wasn't there. I was with Chandler, Kyle, and a lot of other friends. And we was all partying like crazy. The night before, we had stayed up till like 6 o'clock in the morning just drinking a shit ton of beer and smoking a lot of weed, chat. And the next day, this was my last night there, and it was my first time ever going and hanging out with these people in person. So I was like, fuck it, I'm about to show out tonight. So I went into the liquor store at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up buying about $100 worth of alcohol. I bought a bottle of Crown, I bought a 30 rack of Michelob, and I bought 2 12 packs of Twisted Teas. Okay? And I started out drinking. I had the beer and everything in the cooler for a couple hours. I think I started drinking around 4 p.m. that day, okay? So I started off drinking Twisted Teas. I was shotgunning every single one of them. If you don't know what a shotgun is, it's when you pick it up like this. It's when you hold that thing and you go boom and you knock it back. And I was the king at it, chat. I can shotgun a damn Twisted Tea in 1 second, literally. I have a video in my camera, or not no more. I used to have videos in my camera roll of me dead ass shotgunning beers in a matter of 2 seconds, okay? And so to kind of get into it a little bit more, I finished drinking my Twisted Teas. I didn't drink all 24 of them because my buddies, they were drinking a little bit of them too. So I probably had about 15 teas. And I was chilling, chat, because look, I drunk so much. I literally used to drink every single day of my life, bro. No joke. Every single day. And I might be little, but I could drink a lot of damn alcohol. And then once I ran out of Twisted Teas, I was like, fuck it. So I started drinking my Michelob, and that's the beer that I drink slow. So by the time I finished the Twisted Teas, it was about 6 p.m. And to finish my 30 rack, so I was drinking my Michelob from about 6 p.m. to about probably 12 in the nighttime. I was slowly drinking them, just knocking one of them back, probably having like 2 or 3 of them an hour, right? And, after I finished that case, remember, chat, I still had a whole bottle of Crown. Well, I ended up drinking that bottle of Crown down to about a quarter, like, literally, I drank like a quarter of this Crown bottle to myself from 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. to like 4 a.m. in the after or 4 a.m. in the morning. And my dumb ass thought it was a good idea to hop on a four-wheeler at 4 o'clock in the morning, more trash than I've ever been in my fucking life. And I ended up, I was doing great at first. We was riding for a long ass time. We was riding for about an hour. And then out of nowhere, I didn't remember shit. I completely blacked the fuck out. I did not remember nothing. And next thing you know, I wake up the next day to my back literally just killing me, bro. So I go to my homeboy's bathtub and I go take a cold bath to try and calm my body down and figure out what was going on. And I fall asleep in the bathtub, and his bathtub ended up overflowing, and I flooded his whole entire house, right? And I didn't even tell him this shit. He literally didn't even know it was me. So, long story short, basically, I walked around with my broken back. So how the broken back thing happened, I was going down a hill, and the hill was like this. It done this, okay? And at the bottom of the hill, at the third loop, at the very bottom, there was a big sand pit of nothing but loose sand. And the four-wheeler tire, when I was going down that last hill, I was going down about 30 miles an hour. My tire, it done this, it hit that sand and it said bam, and it folded up under the four-wheeler, threw me off of it. I did like a bunch of front flips in the air. I landed straight on my face. Imagine this is my face right here. I go boom, this is the ground, and I literally, imagine this is my feet. My feet come all the way around, and I crush my T10 vertebrae. I completely crushed my spine. And then I also fractured and almost crushed my T2 vertebrae. And I walked around with my broke back for about 3 days. I was literally walking around, twisting, turning, sleeping with a completely broken back, crushed spine, everything. And when I went to the doctor to go get my x-rays and everything, they told me that I was half an inch away. Chat, look, I had a piece of bone this small that was half an inch away from touching my spinal cord and paralyzing me for the rest of my life, bro. I would have never been able to walk again. For 3 days, I walked around like that. And that right there is one of the biggest reasons that I started turning my faith and really believing in Jesus, bro. Because he saved me, chat. Like, that is shit that doesn't happen by chance, bro. He saved me that day. Like, I feel like I was supposed to die that day, bro. But I didn't, because he saved me, chat. Like, he knew I had more to come. He knew I had a better life ahead of me, bro. And look at where I'm at today, chat. Like, that's why I tell y'all, I get emotional talking about this shit, and I've cried so many times off stream just praying about it and thinking about it, bro. I'm so fucking blessed to be where I'm at today. I am so blessed, chat. I'm so grateful that I'm in the position that I'm at today, bro. And I would not be here if it wasn't for Jesus, bro. Let's get a roll call real quick. Everybody in the chat say yo. But that is the story time, chat. That is the story time. It's definitely a very crazy story time. It's one of them story times that I hold very close to my personal life, because I know that story right there has a lot of meaning behind it, and it's just so crazy, bro. Like, to look at where I'm at today, chat, to look at the life that I'm living today, to look at how healthy I am, to look at how blessed I am, it is so unbelievable, man. My grandpa woke up one morning not able to breathe because his throat closed off, couldn't eat or drink through his mouth ever again. Before he passed, he beat cancer 3 times, so no one can tell me God wasn't by his side. Hey, Jace, that's a fact, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, there's so many. Look, if you genuinely believe that Jesus is our Father, and if you genuinely believe that he died on that cross to save us from sin, and if you truly believe that you can do anything walking through his faith, you can literally do and beat and accomplish anything in this life. And I'm not just saying that, chat. You can literally, listen, I said it yesterday. There's so much potential in this chat right now. There's so many people watching these streams right now that literally have so much potential to be something so amazing one day. And the only way you're ever gonna find out what that potential is if you work for it, believe in Jesus, and put yourself in a position where you have to learn and grow. There's so many people in this chat that can be something so amazing and so great one day. I've went through so much shit in my life. I've literally been through, look, I don't try and say these things to make y'all feel bad or nothing. I have been through so much in my life, and I know God is real because look, chat, I don't know how else to explain it. I would not physically, mentally, or spiritually be the person I am today without Jesus Christ, bro. And I know this has been a big topic of the whole stream, but I just can't help but talk about it, chat. It is so amazing at the shit that me and everybody in this family has accomplished.